Hello there, and welcome back to the beautiful Deutschland map by Edo Mods on our Let's Play series. So we finished the last episode with planting some sugar beets. We've planted our barley. One thing which we haven't managed to do so far is any fertilising. So we're going to do that quickly this month in those two fields before we then go into the alfalfa field, cut it, ted it, bale it, sell it, and then plant some more sugar beets in that field. So yeah, we're going to jump into one of our tractors. Let's go for the Deutschland. Let's pop down to the shop and see. Well, first of all, let's see if we've got any fertilizer spreaders in the sales. A nice baler. That one, but that's a bit expensive and a bit big for what we need. Wouldn't mind some liquid fert, to be honest, if I'm perfectly honest. Especially that one. So we've got this one, pulse with modulation. Sadly, yes, wheat. So let's chuck this on hire purchase. It's not going to be breaking the bank in terms of spend. We will get the front loader tank as well, just because it's relatively cheap, and then I don't think I've seen any liquid fert in the sale. Nope, there's been no liquid fert in the sale, and why would it be, to be honest? So consumables, let's pick up some liquid fertilizer. Just one should be enough, and then let's get in the Deutschland. Probably have to drop off the front weight. Just put in a place where I might remember where it is. And let's get down to the shop. Let's pick them up, get down to the shop, and get down to the shop to pick them up, and let's get spraying. So I'll meet you back when we're at the field. So we're almost back at our field. One of the things we did speak about in the last episode, so we're not going to be able to spray this field at the moment until it's germinated, was this river. So if you go into the red tape mod, so 40-meter buffer zone within of water bodies. So let's have a look at our sprayer and see how wide it is. Got to find it now. There we go. So that's 24 meters, so it's roughly half then where we can't spread this. So I think what we do is on the map is we spray this, but we don't spray the headlands. So I forgot to turn that actually on. So what we'll do is we'll back up to here. We'll get lined up with the field. Turn on the sprayer. And this bit will be nice and fertilised, whereas that side, the headland, won't be. So yes, we're going to lose a bit of yield, but I think it's works out better than a fine. So yeah, we're going to shouldn't take too long to get this sprayed. We won't be able to do that bottom field until it's been germinated. Then we'll get onto the alfalfa in the next month. So we've got a busy month next month with mowing, tedding, baling, cultivating, planting. So yeah, we do have a busy April ahead of us. So yeah, just going to get this done, and we'll be back with you in a moment. Enjoy. nice and quick spray of the field, hoping we don't have any violations from the water side of things, because otherwise our mist area seems a little bit pointless. So that is the field liquid fertilizer. We used 700 litres of fertilizer, so we're going to go back to the house, sleep until April, and then let's hope our field is ready. It looks as though we might have to plough. I'm not sure if that crop damage is going to come through next month. We also have an area of grass that we can have something to do with next month. So let's get back to the house. Yes, we're going to be lazy. We're going to drive all the way there. Still haven't managed to tidy up that area in front of the shed. So engine off, jump in, I'm going to sleep through till 9 AM, and then look to commence the hay harvest. So the mowing. So get the Kubota going up and down on. We'll do the headlands. We'll get the Kubota to do the. So scheme avoid mowing during spring has ended. We're down to 14,000. So let's get the Deutschland powered up. Let's get the Kubota powered up as well. I do like the fact that the bell goes on the hour. Looks as though we have some weeds in here as well, because yes, of course, we cultivated rather than ploughed, so the weeds have grown. So we're going to have to pick up some. We're going to have to pick up some herbicide as well. So the sugar beet at the moment is looking good. Nitrogen is bad, so because we obviously haven't fertilised yet, and we do have a fair amount of weeds. And in terms of our cereal crop, so our barley field, I think it is, yeah. We don't have any weeds growing in this, so that's helpful. So yeah, let's get and doing the headlands, then we'll set Dave up to go do the ups and downs while we fertilise the field. So yeah, let's get this mowed up, and I'll see you on the other side. So trying to do exactly the same process as previously. I don't want to automatic body twitch of so I think that will do in terms of that side of things. But yeah, what we're trying to do is obviously avoid the river. Might be a bit touch and go that part. So the Kubota is so Dave's going up and down on the field. Managed to turn off the steering assist. Yeah, so trying to create that 14-meter buffer zone around the river, just so we don't get any water contamination side of things. We definitely need some form of hoeing or herbicide on the field. Probably, ideally, I would like to do a hoe rather than any herbicide, just purely down to the fact that water issue that we have, and just seems a bit of a pain having to make sure that we create that 14-meter buffer zone. So ideally, I think we need to, going forwards, to fertilizer as we're planting. But yeah, let's see how we go. So yeah, just going to get this field fertilized. Keeping an eye on Dave on the mowing side of things. Seems to be doing a decent job at the moment. And yeah, we'll be back soon. Nice little bit of quick spraying. Let's have a quick peek and see how Dave's doing with the mowing. See if we can squeeze through here. Looks like we can. He seems to be doing a fantastic job. So, two things which we need to look at getting. We rented a tedder last time, which we used the Pottinger. It was only 6.8 meters. Well, yeah, 6.8, which was a bit painful. So we have this at 8.9. This is a monster, but considerably more money. So we're probably going to go for the Samaz. So we can rent that for £841. Definitely make that back in terms of the hay. And the other thing which we need to look at is a hoe. So yield improvements. Yes, there we go. So in the weeder category, we've obviously got the Potticare, the Rotocare from Pottinger, which is a pretty decent one, but it's 36,000. That is a hoe. It's only 6 meters, which I think we will rent that at 446. So we're just going to nip down to the shop while Dave carries on with his fantastic work, and we're going to pick up our weeder. So I'll meet you back at the field once we have our equipment. So we've managed to bring back the tedder, and we've added some fuel into the Deutschland as well. We have our hoe attached to the back of the tractor. It just means that we're not spraying more chemicals on the field than we need to, and we'll keep an eye on how far the mowing's going. Looks like we're almost done, so let's unfold this. Oh god, that's small. That's going to be fun. So we'll start with the start with the headland as normal, making sure that we are picking up these weeds, which we look like we're doing so that is a good start. And hopefully once we finish the headlands, we can get on to use the worker for the ups and downs, and we can commence the tedding on the grass field. But yeah, this is just all about yield improvements, making sure we get the most money for the work, which with the heavy effort which we're putting in terms of field prep. We've gone through the liming. We've done pretty much everything we can do, as Dave has finished. That was nice of him. So yeah, we'll carry on with this, then get into the worker can do the ups and downs, and we can commence the tedding. So yes, leave this on a short time lapse, and back with you once we're into the tedding. So we've just got the headlands done on the hoeing. We finished our mowing. Ah, that rhymes. So we're going to drop the mower off, pick up the tedder, and commence the tedding. I'm just conscious, obviously we're on ×5. Oh, God, I've made a boo-boo here, haven't I? In terms of the angle of approach to the entrance. And now the train's coming, so let's do some turnies. Should be a better angle of approach. I should have just carried on going straight on rather than coming down the hill. And then we could have come out this way, which would have been a lot easier. And then through this archway. Ah, wonderful. So yeah, finished hoeing. Now we've got some tedding to do. But yes, just conscious of time and what we have to do today, which is obviously bale, cultivate, and seed. So a lot in a relatively short space of time. So let's get the Kubota going on this. So this is the way we should have come out. Quite happy we made it through there. So again, what we're going to do is get the headlands done first, and then move on to the ups and downs, seeing how the hoeing's going on the other field as well. And try and intercept it and try and make sure we have our two tractors moving as much as possible throughout this entire process, because that's probably going to be the quickest way that we can get this done. So yeah, hoeing's going on over there with the Deutschland progressing well, so he's just doing the ups and downs. We're doing some tedding. We'll start with the ups and downs and see how we progress, and then get into the baler, because ideally what we need is the Deutschland doing the baling, because I don't think the Kubota will have enough power to go up the hills. So yeah, we'll jump into a time lapse while we get as much of this done as possible, and join you at the next transition. On to the last few ups and downs of this field. I was watching in fascination of the worker working on the other field. He was just they were just kind of looking for the bits that need to be done rather than just doing a pure up and down, which I'm not sure was the most efficient way of doing things, but certainly different watching. And that might be because I did the headland. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it was interesting watching. And when you're just driving up and down in a field, tedding some hay, any little piece of entertainment is kind of fun. So we only got a couple more passes on this hay field. Not sure if you can hear that, but every hour on the hour, the bells ring in the town, which is just a really cool touch, just to make the actual place where you're working in feel alive, and is actually a real place. So I think, yeah, Edo Mods a fantastic touch you've added there just to make it feel a little bit more real, and it just improves the immersion, which again, like I said, I think is a really good touch. So just a couple more bits of this field. One of the things which we want to check as well is, and I honestly can't remember, is our planter a direct drill or direct planter, i.e. do we have to cultivate as well? So we just need to quickly check that, take a little shortcut through here. So tedding has been completed, so this can be returned. We'll have to get the Deutschland to come back down to do the baling, but I do just want to check something first of all. So let's drop off that. The engine can go off here. So in terms of our planter, what do we have? Vehicles, leasing costs. So we've got the hoe was rented to. So planters, Lexian. Where is that's our direct drill seeder. So we got the Kuhn Maxima. So we're going to have to go into the shop and check that. So scroll down to planters. Kuhn Maxima is not a direct drill. Okay, it's just one extra job which we're going to have to do, which we can't avoid. But first off, we're going to have to do some baling on this field. Well, not this field, this one's fine. Not that I have little faith in workers, but let's just have a quick check of our crop map, and yeah, no weeds. Both of them need rolling, but no weeds. So yeah, fair play worker, fair play Barry, done a good job. So we're going to take a little bit of a shortcut down here. Apologies, hay fever again, always worse in the mornings, so hence why I'm sniffling every now and again. And we want baler. I think baler is in this one here. So let's get this attached, get into the field, and then we can have a guess of how many bales we think are going to be produced. So PTO, hydraulics, happy days. Let's get to the field, but while we're there, reset bale counter. So 27, I think we produced of alfalfa hay last time. I think this happened to me last time, didn't it? Oh, you idiot. Idiote. So, in future, with this baler, let's try not to go in any confined spaces. Seems like a relatively simple ask. What the plan is for this field, again, is sugar beets. We're going to be naughty. Whee! Let's get this unfolded. So yeah, plan is sugar beets, make the most of the crop promotion. Just unfold. lower on making the most of the crop promotion and see if we can get some extra money from that. Got worried there wasn't picking up the hay. So yeah, let's get this field baled, and then we can move on to collection and maybe look at selling this month too, depending on time whilst someone does some cultivating for us. So yeah, let's get this field baled up and I'll join you again soon. Just on the last couple of passes off this field, so we're currently on 26, about to be 27 bales. So again, seems to have yielded extremely well. Sorry, compared to last time with an extra couple of bales. So I assume that's down to some of the fertilising, not the fertilising, the liming that we did. Remember, we can't go through that way. So yeah, excellent in terms of production. Turn baler off, spit out the last bale. So that's 28 bales, so an extra 2 from last time, which is quite good. We've done all our field work on the first sugar beet field. We'll go down here again. Well, a little bit of oversteer on landing. So yeah, I think that was quite productive. Let's get into, well, we've got 2 things to get to the field. We have our Kubota and our trailer. There's a cultivator, seeder, trailer. I blocked myself in? Nope. Actually, I've done quite well there, giving myself an element of space. And then we'll get the telehandler up and commence the bale loading. I'm not going to take the shortcut with the trailer. We need to have a think about what we want to do with that grass field, because technically it could be some extra income, but also some space for some additional animals on the farm. Ideally, there's a farm over there that has cows, pigs, sheep, but it's a couple of £1 million, which we certainly do not have at the moment. So let's get this placed into the field. What I'm trying to find is a relatively central point. And this feels like it. And we get into our telehandler. Just a quick check on our goats. So 3,000 litres of food. They've just done their second churn of milk. So you got 1,400 for milk there. And when is that best time to sell? So goat's milk, looks like October, so we have quite a decent amount of time there. We do have, in terms of alfalfa hay, we have another £38,000 at the moment. January is the best time to sell, but we're probably just going to sell it straight from the field. So I'll jump in the telehandler and then get up to the field, and then what we can do is look to start loading. But we're probably going to call the episode here, just conscious of time. But so if you are watching and you have enjoyed, please do remember to like and subscribe. I hope you join us again soon, but thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.